TST Gaming, your destination.
What's up, Spartans? Batman here, going over the latest map from Halo Infinite, Empyrean. Now this is a remake of the classic Halo 3 map, The Pit. So over here we spawned on East Bend, and this map is a symmetrical map. So basically the layout is you have a tower here, which is one base. This is East Tower. I'm standing on, and I'm looking over at West Tower. You'll notice below on West Tower over there, there's a S7 sniper. Dropping down, there's also one. So, as we're going to start over here, there's also a turret here, the scrap cannon. Now, I've seen it be other ones as well in multiplayer, so just be aware it may be rotational, I do not know. However, there's a sniper there. And then when you drop out to the side, this used to be a fence area in Halo 3 and 4. So you can fall off. Even this little lip does not protect you from falling off. So you want to make sure to keep an eye on that if you're using that for any reason. Now there is a grav lift right here. Warps up here kind of safely. Used to warp you a little bit more in the middle where you can get more easily sniped from the other tower. So we're actually going to go ahead and grab that sniper.
SRS-99 S7
Over here,
anti-materialism rifle obtained.
We have a commando. Now, I've seen it also be a battle rifle, so it might be on the rotations as well. You can jump on this, although there's not a whole lot. I mean, maybe just to get out of line of sight from down there if you're really like... But you would think you'd rather move here. So there's some use to it, plus you can kind of peek a little bit better. So, but anyway, so we go through here. There's going to be frag grenade spawns right there. We're going to go into the terminal, as it's called.
Inbound.
Now, in the center, this is where Energy Sword used to spawn, and it's now Bulldog.
To invade someone's personal space.
And now you can drop down, which you couldn't do before.
S7 available.
And you have the Overshield, or Invisibility, depending on the spawn. Now, this kind of leaves you kind of out in the open, the way that they've done that. Because you can get sniped from here. That's that box I was standing on a little bit ago. And it's, again, symmetrical, so it's going to be the same over there. You'll see a little bit more of what I mean in just a moment when I come over to this side. So this is going to be a commando as well, or again, battle rifle. A sniper, which we're going to go ahead and take the ammo for. Some frag grenades, and then we're going to warp. We're actually going to show you this. So this is where the overshield, or basically where the power-up spawns. So you have some leverage right here. That's pretty good. This is about as far as you want to get safely, so be mindful of the gap. And then you can snipe right there. Or you can even come in here and snipe there. Now, if this box wasn't here where you could go out that far, this is about where you'd be. And as you can tell, it's a lot more limited. So that box does have a use. Plus, it's good if you're fighting someone and you're not really paying attention. You know you have something to kind of bump up against that's going to prevent you from falling. So, we're going to go back over to terminal. There's these stairs, and over here there's a box that's really good for hiding. If someone's coming around, you're pretty well shielded unless a grenade happens to drop right here. If you ever really get out of, need to get out of danger, you can always just either drop down or drop completely down. There is a little ledge behind the stairs that you can hide on. So if you know someone's coming, they may see like your foot outline as they're walking through underneath. So just be aware, because that did happen to me on a game already. And then right here, this is a very important spot. So if you know someone's right here and they just picked up the Bulldog, obviously you don't want to go after them. So what you're going to do is you're going to weaken them by throwing grenades in this little vent. And there's one on each side, and it goes right into the center. So there's the vent for the other one, and that's where the vent comes in.
Power items on the way, Spartan.
So coming over here in the center, we do have some spike grenades. This is kind of the bridge area that leads to the main base. So on the deck, we have a disruptor, and that's going to be the same on east and west side, as you can tell. And over here is where the rocket launcher will spawn, or the cinder shot. Now, there's nothing really special about these. You can't really do anything with them. However, these boxes are important. You can crouch jump on them, or you can clamber up to them, and it gives you a little bit of a heads up where you can kind of drop down on enemies unsuspectingly, or just help protect yourself from grenades. You can kind of back up and then just drop down. So that one's a really good one to know. Also, there's these blast coils that you can easily just come up here, also be ready for it, even if you know they've got rockets, and you can kind of hopefully get them. Now, in the past, you didn't have clamber. Now we do. So you can actually just clamber up pretty easily now on a lot of these things. Even these shield things, if you're doing, going, ring around the posy over here, you keep going in circles with the guy, you can actually clamber. Or just stay on top of it and try to jump yourself off. Maybe even down there to get some more safety. Let your shields recharge. Over here we're going to have the pulse carbine. I always call it that. Pulse carbine, that's going to be again on both sides, east and west. You have this hallway, which the alley is going to have a drop wall. I want to make sure, because I always say drop shield. Again, the pulse carbine. Here's the little boxes you can get on. Clamber up. There's a lot of good ways to move around this map. Now, there is a repulsor. And why that's important, we'll see in a second. Let's say I pick this up, activate it. Oh, messed that up, sorry. Wait a second. You can actually get yourself back up. So if you're kind of playing the whole defense of the terminal game, you can get the shotgun, clear it out first, then pick up the bulldog as needed, drop down, pick up the power up, and then jump, look down, and you're there. It gives you kind of quick access to get really right back in the fight. A lot of enemies will be moving around over here. Really good sight lines there as well. What's nice about when you're sniping here is that even if someone's sniping at the tower, you're for the most part protected. They can bank grenades and hit you, but for the most part, you're gonna be all right. So, but there's one more thing I really wanted to talk about, aside from a few more weapons. You have the pistol spawn. So I've seen it be the Mangler, I've seen it be the plasma pistol. As well, and on both bases. This is usually where the flag is going to be, and there's obviously some crates you can jump on. And back here in the corners, the west bend, it's Sentinel Beam, or I've seen Needler. Now, here is some plasma grenades, but something I thought that was really interesting, besides the battle rifle commando spawn, which swaps with the other one, is this little ridge was added, which wasn't there in the pit. And I thought, maybe get a little bit more distance, but it's this little ledge, and it's on both sides, east and west bend, and it gives you really good access without getting shot from the alleyway where the drop wall was. You can see into a little bit of the main hallway, plus you could kind of snipe over to the base if they're trying to get into the terminal, but you are very exposed, so you can drop down, hurry, get out of the way. But I just thought that was such an interesting thing. It's like, I don't know. I tried to see if I could get higher up, but to my knowledge, I didn't see it. Or to my experience, I didn't see anything that could. But being able to even just... Okay, you gotta be careful with how much you walk on there. Once you're on there, you're kind of just on there. You can even jump, see the grenades. Try to pop them if you can. Obviously, I missed. And if you think there's a guy in the alleyway, you can just... pop them there. So, also too, they added this little... on the west bend and east bends, these little bridge things that kind of help protect, because this used to be just like a really bad area, and now you can kind of at least have somewhere to hide. Gives you a little bit more tactical advantages, especially when playing things like capture the flag. And with all these changes they made to the map and with the current sandbox of the game, I'm very excited to see this map move into rotation for HCS the next season, which should be coming out, I think, in February, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. But that's all there is to this map. So let me know if there's anything that I missed that you're like, oh yeah, this is something that's important. Oh, speaking of, there's one thing. You can actually jump on these. I don't remember exactly how. It's been a minute. You can clamber up here and kind of use it as a way to keep up. So if there's grenades being bounced, they'll probably hit me. No? Also, you can come around here and people aren't going to be expecting it. So that's the last thing. Sorry. If there's anything else I missed, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. Let me know what map you'd like to see if we were to do a Forge map coverage, which one you'd like to see. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching TST Gaming, and until next time, just play.